Okay. I need to not get used to it.
4 teams remain, but only 2 spots are left in the bracket. Who's going to get to play for it, folks? NRG versus Chihuihuis. Dignitas versus Next to New. Man, it's impossible to make Chihuihuis sound like you set it up, and then it's just like, what are we talking about? What it is. Chihuihui versus the Chihuihuis, folks. For a spot in top 8. This is the real world we live in. Welcome to Rocket League in 2026. The reigning world champs still having to play their.
Oh, I think we need toilet paper brought up in the closet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Whoever.
Here, what we're gonna do, so you guys can watch with me.
Way in. Secure.
Like Devo's on his way up. That's actually another collegiate guy I forgot about. He's, I think, signed to West Virginia next year. So he will take the place of Matt, who is on 1, and he will be the new version or the new player on that West Virginia squad. So, like, there's a lot of potential, I think, from that Stacy's team. So to anybody that's maybe looking at that going, how does, you know, end-to-end go the distance against that squad? Put some respect on their name, man. That's a really, really talented squad that I think has a lot of potential in the future.
And put some respect on a lot of these squads that are trying to make a name for themselves. I've been a big fan of this next to new team for a while as they almost leveled it with Virtus Pro. Again, tense round for a lot of teams. As you see, True Stacy's have just tied things up with Chihuihuis, and that could make for an interesting lower final, regardless of which team ends up there. Because I think, you know, nobody's looking forward to having to face either of the 4 teams that they could face if they don't get the job done here.
Yeah, you made a bold call saying that this would be a little bit of a sleeper round with more expected. Brother, I'm starting to think I don't even know what's going to happen or even have close to a prediction at this point. This is becoming a coin flip in like pretty much every series right now.
Well, again, everybody saves their best for last. Even if you don't have a realistic shot or even a mathematical shot at going anywhere from here, you're still getting an opportunity to test your mettle against the best, and true competitors, they value that, and you're seeing that play out throughout this group stage so far. And it looks like another overtime.
Oh, this is going to get interesting. I think there's obviously a very real belief that this is going to be Stacy's taking it in the end. And okay, I don't need to back that take. I think that it speaks for itself immediately off a kickoff, and Devo is stunned.
Off the kickoff, it goes neutral. Pollo turned upfield, had no chance.
They finished that one cleanly. Foot have already struck first in game 2, looking to bounce back after dropping game 1 to NRG. We'll see how they do continuing on here in Forbidden Temple.
Beast Mode got that. He actually got a little piece of that in an orange trail walking away from it. So, all right, NRG, I can see you guys still, you know, hanging in here. Again, we want to see Foot put up some good resistance. Game 1 didn't necessarily show that. Game 2, that's a good clear off the backboard. Does Chronic have this? No, Daniel immediately to the ball. And man, Foot aggressive here from the little bit that we have seen. I'm not sure who was chasing off the backboard, but that was just harassment at a certain point.
That was Atomic getting knocked away.
I just realized Foot
Man, Foot bringing
cleaning the clock of
What we want to see, man. I want to
New
see
NRG
teams that can still play this
with
well against
Justin
NRG on
on
a
Foot's
consistent
team is
basis. I know
crazy.
obviously we saw that out of Dignitas, but it's kind of crazy how Foot are starting to turn into a kryptonite for NRG here. They are really struggling against this team than I feel like more than almost any other team in North America right now.
You know what is kind of lost in
I
all
think
this?
Justin
as
might be
Atomic
taking him
say there's,
personally against Daniel.
You look at the Group A teams and where
That'd be
they
really
slot
awesome.
into tomorrow's bracket, and they've got to be watching this going, wait, one of these 2 teams could actually be in the lower bracket with us. What? And it's like, well, that's this format, man. That's this region. Just every now and then somebody ends up where you least expect them. How about Beast Mode? He is indeed back.
Oh my goodness, this angle, man. I don't even think they ever thought he would shoot top right, let alone slot it perfectly. All right, NRG, heck of a way to get back on the board.
Hit?
He might have.
I'd have to see that again.
Hope we get a replay of that guy later. I also hope Atomic keeps playing like this. Dude, he has been jumping at everything. This is a more aggressive version of Atomic, and I'm loving it so far.
You would never know from watching and looking at the results that NRG had to play a game with Southview today.
What was was your reaction from the outside looking in? Because obviously we were freaking out here, and there may have been some, let's say, overly bold calls from somebody to sub Sathu back in after they lost 5-1. But otherwise, they've looked seriously good. Like, Sathu actually didn't look terrible in that matchup,
It's so
man.
hard to press this button.
Yeah.
That's for.
Take it all the way back to DreamHack Dallas. Oh, those are the days.
How long is that? Yeah, that's 7 years?
8 years ago now? Yeah, 7.5. Long enough.
We brought this up about speed with WSO. That was that was in 2018. I feel like the DreamHack circuits had to have been going alongside, so that's got to be probably around 2018, 2019.
We almost saw now,
Great
granted,
shot, wow.
much lower stakes. You almost saw Sathu play in La Défense Arena when G2 went over
got
for
popped off me.
KC versus the world.
Oh yeah!
It was like, you know, Chicago's last dance and all that, and somebody was sick, and I can't remember who it was. It might have been like Atomic was not feeling great. I went into their practice room and I saw Sathu was wearing one of their jerseys, and he was playing, and I'm like, what's going on here? And ultimately, all was fine. They ended up playing as a team, and they ended up absolutely destroying that Carmine squad, but that was also a KC team that was already disbanded. They'd already decided, hey, we're going to rebuild around Vatira, and you two are not part of that. But that was, it was interesting to say the least, seeing Sathu getting ready to go back into battle.
I would have loved to have seen it. I don't think that the well, I guess G2 fans at the time, now NRG fans, would have been, you know, fans of NA, not necessarily putting up their best team to compete there. But, hey, man, any excuse to see Sathu back on the sticks, I am a fan of. Maybe right now, just because they kind of need a goal, man.
We need a coach league.
Okay, that would go so hard. Yo, I'd be so down. I'm still standing by my point I made before, though. Nobody's beating Memory. Memory is the guy. That is the coach of all coaches that's going to win that one.
All right, now Foot still holding on here. They are under a pretty dangerous siege. Oh, Justin. Okay. That'll take some time off the clock.
I also have no boost now. Nobody has anything on the back half here. Beast Mode is going to basically have to will this into existence on his own to get any sort of offense together, and she's getting in the way. That's not going to help either. Last chance.
Dude, neither of them scored in like 3 minutes. It's crazy.
And no follow-up from Daniel. He's just going to keep this one close. I think he's looking for the pass out.
Oh,
Beast Mode's there. The shot is denied. Atomic dives. Where's
No,
the
Foot takes this.
follow-up?
Foot
They're trying
definitely
to
takes
keep
this.
this alive. I don't think anybody's got boost. Beast Mode's trying to do it solo. Daniel cuts, though. Does he know Atomic's there? Kind of. It's open. And
Oh, wait, you're joking. No, dude, I want Justin to win.
Let's see. Oh, he bumped him out.
Oh,
Wow.
You're kidding me, man. You are kidding me.
wow. I thought Daniel's setup was perfect because, like, he held on to that for as long as he possibly could. Perfectly threaded the pass through. It's like, okay, there it is. There's your equalizer. No, they just had to wait another 10 seconds with the clock at 0 to pull it off. Unbelievable. Could all be for naught, though.
Yeah, they're kind of low on boost and very awkward. I mean, that's a good clear. Is anybody even there to follow it? No, and Atomic's got half a tank. If he misses this, that's got to be game. I think he might have gotten the read off the backboard.
Dead.
And a good demo. Okay, NRG stabilize here. I have no idea how.
Yeah, unfortunately, the game plan of if NRG misses is not a very good one.
Nope. Speaking of other games, Virtus Pro next to new in overtime right now. Virtus Pro almost scoring to finish that one. So 2 games in OT. Dignitas did manage to win game 2. So they are up 2-0 on match point against the Immigrants. True Stacy's holding the lead after winning game 1 here in game 2. So looking to get on match point. Still a minute and 11 left to go in that game.
Oh, what do you got off the ceiling? I cannot believe they keep getting away with this. This has been highway robbery at multiple moments. Like, surely this is where they make a mistake, right? And somebody shoots, and... No, of course not. Atomic's in the right place, even for the rebound from Chronic. Why would it be?
And then Atomic has no boost, but it has enough plot armor that nobody actually challenges him. Because everybody's back getting boost and gearing up because they see NRG out in formation. It's like, all right, the flying V is here. We got to all lock in defensively.
Yeah, it makes sense when I feel like this is just the meme of he can't keep getting away with this like over and over, but it's just NRG on every single play. Because like truly, how have they not conceded, and how do they turn this into an offense? They now actually have boost in their favor and positioning.
Would not have surprised me at all if Daniel had actually managed to pinch that. Would have looked like a musty video.
They're fully in the driver's seat now, man. They're bumping, they're bruising, they're just kind of taking Foot and putting them to their own gameplay to a degree. Foot's been trying to stay aggressively in the face of NRG, and I honestly think it's going to come to their detriment as, yeah, they're just losing more and more.
And they almost got burned.
Wait a minute, Cheese doesn't have boost for this. Is he going to be able to get back? Doesn't really matter. I don't think either team actually has the resources for this play. Atomic will pinch it out center. Daniel does commit. This is now with the beast mode solo, and of course he's got a full tank of boost. He's not going to panic, and I don't think Cheese has this read, really.
All right, just not trying to serve it up for Justin, and everybody was wise to the play. And yeah, you need a little more creativity to get by, or somebody needs to make an absolute worldie of a play.
Beast mode having that read has definitely helped them out. I think that's probably the most surprising play we've seen so far. The drop down could do the same. Interference from, I think it's Cheese on the save there. Beast mode will take it back. But boy, we picked the right game to watch at this moment. This is intense between both teams.
Well, with that high bounce, I really thought he had thrown off all of the Foot defense. That's wide open. Oh, what a save. Just nothing behind the shot. And then misconnection on the outlet pass. The opportunities are there. Somebody needs to take advantage.
Dude, 3-minute overtime.
I don't think that's going to anybody. She's
That's
trying to probably lay it
crazy.
down for a teammate,
How?
but unfortunately, NRG had that one red, and now they're going to get forced to restart their offense. Atomic does get beat
That's
there.
cool
I don't know if
pre-jump
Chronic's got
roll-
enough boost to
roll
get to
thing, yeah.
this, but if Beast Mode just misses
Okay,
the
yeah, you take
ball, it'll result in nothing. Never mind. I'm
Okay.
sorry that I thought anything would
He's not
change
going for
there. Not enough boost from Atomic.
That was well read defensively. There's the ground pinch. Like pinches galore. You start seeing pinches and pre-jumps. It gets real difficult for the defense, bordering on impossible. And we've seen more than a few pre-jumps out of NRG. Opportunity here, though, for Foot. No, nobody on the other side of that centering pass.
I don't think there's a follow-up here, though, for NRG. It's going to go right back into the hands of Foot, and Cheese is going to look for the lead block. Where's Chronic? There to get saved by Atomic on 0 boost. Justin says to pop this to the opposite corner, and Foot at this point, I've just got to be frustrated, man. They're trying everything, and nothing is sticking.
Got the air dribble bump, and then still, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Daniel that got bumped in the air, and he still went no you because he knocked him back into the ball.
And they're fully boosted up now. They've now got a full offense together. Like, again, they just keep going into the most shambolic of instances and then finding a way to recover, make it out, and then probably get an offense that's of equal caliber. This is insanely impressive from NRG. Again,
No
a 5-minute
way, what a
OT
pop.
between the two teams feels only right. I'm a little concerned that the lack of commitments there might end this one. No, that shot's not going to be enough. Atomic, a good try, but that's getting saved by Chronic.
It's crazy how slow all the other games have been, because in the meantime, we've seen almost an entire game played in all 3 other
Wait,
matches.
why did
Only
it-
2
why did
goals?
the
Is this
Taco
3
Bell
goals
thing
now?
win?
3 goals. Each have been scored, 1 per match. Dignitas is up 1-0, Chihuihuis is up 1-0, Virtus Pro is up 1-0 in all of their game 3s.
Oh, it's a good save. I mean, again, this has been, it's given us time to kind of see how the rest of the series develop here, but
Okay,
this is
okay,
obviously
hit
the one
that.
we're going to keep a magnifying glass on at this point.
Okay.
An extra game extended is kind of absurd, especially considering that, like, I feel like we could have seen this in the first game, but NRG just kind of put the pieces together where necessary. That is another incredible save from Foot.
Yeah, it's hard to scoreboard watch when your team is on the chopping block. What an incredible save again. Justin guessed
He
right.
definitely got the boost. Good.
Oh, Daniel's already up for this, though. Down! Got him! No!
Follow up. Oh, covered.
That's all pre-committed, but I don't think Foot's got a way to get this off their line. Again, more boost steals. Justin can try here with the wall dashes, but that's still nothing.
Was it a pull shot? Was it a pull shot?
It was all Justin.
Oh, no!
Incredible.
That's cool.
No boost, no problem. Oh, that's such an unfortunate read.
Look, man, I was hopeful that the series would end, or that the game would end in some way. That's the roughest way for that one to end. That feels awful.
Wait, what happened? Who
So
won?
we're just gonna have the Foot NRG stream for the rest of this round. just
To make it easy, if
every other
Dignitas
match
just close
over.
this one out.
Nice.
I think this is
Wait,
okay.
wait.
Full offense together. Like again, they get out. G of commitment.
It's go 3 other per man all of their game.
Fun. I feel like that is enough. Committed. Ended.
Foot one. Oh my gosh.
That's the roughest way for that one to
That's
end.
fine.
That
That's
feels
fine.
awful.
That's fine.
So we're just gonna have the Foot NRG stream for the rest of this round. just
To make it easy, if
every other
Dignitas
match
just close this
over.
one out. I think this is okay. I'll be real. I know we were hyping up Immigrants, saying, hey, they put up a good fight. Clearly they did not against Dignitas. This one's gonna end pretty convincingly for Dignitas.
Top up the next to new versus Virtus Pro. Got a nice stagger go with all these matches here.
That's gonna go up.
Yeah, this
Dignitas with a
is working
sweep.
out perfectly. And
Can VP finish their sweep?
I'd have to imagine so. Again, a little sad to see the next to new can't really put up the fight I think that they were hoping for here, but maybe this will just be motivation for them dropping the lower bracket to, you know, kind of fight as hard as they can there, because I don't think this is going to be an easy round for no matter who matches up against these guys, which I'm trying to think
I
of
wish
what
I'd have
the
known
matchup
all these
here is.
years
Is
that
it
leaving the
Dignitas? Am I
game
getting that wrong?
early.
loser of this would get Dignitas.
Okay, it is
Makes you,
Dignitas. All right,
you
so
don't gain
Or,
NR,
yes,
even if
because
you win.
Dig just finished the job. Yeah, how about...
yeah.
Like it has to
This
say
is
the game
hello.
has ended. You can't just like leave
Great
before.
first touch.
the-
Expected a challenge from the second, but I
Which
think they
is
kind of just had
crazy
full
to
faith
me.
in the
I'm not
initial
gonna lie.
defender to make that touch. I think it's Wavy who goes up for it initially and then just kind of backs off of the play. Maybe it's two-piece,
it's
I'm not
not
really sure.
reverses.
Either way, that's a drop in communication for VP. That'll
I have no idea
that'll
who's
hurt
on
if that's
either
the one
of
that
these
ends
teams.
up
That's
sending the
crazy.
series to an OT and then extending it if end-to-end end up winning.
Next to new, they do not go quietly. They've been another one of those kind of pesky spoiler teams. Oh, two-piece!
Oh, goodness me, oh my, two-piece. That is a snipe shot. Goodness.
Oh, you couldn't just pick it up and place it any better.
Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff from VP. Again, it's good to see VP really do feel back in form. That's a
he gonna go
heartbreaker
for it?
for
Okay.
next to new, but like we said, they got a good
Yeah, it
shot
gives
in the
him
lower
time to
bracket against
get
Dignitas,
boost.
and
I'm gonna
I think
go up for
Dignitas
the
probably would have
boost.
wanted
Oh,
to see
he has
VP there either. There's no real good outcome for them
Oh.
between these two teams on whoever gets sent down.
Well, and in terms of Worlds points too, that really helps Virtus Pro. That
Yeah.
alleviates some of their worries about how much Foot could catch up and continue their little miracle run in the second half.
That's guaranteed 6 points to them now at this point, minimum. And obviously they could go higher if they get third, fourth, second, first. But like 5th to 6th is guaranteed 6 points. That is a huge buffer, especially if Foot aren't able to close out this series.
So now
So
back
yeah,
to
that super
NRG
long
and Foot.
overtime there, Stacks. That super
Yeah.
long overtime, so now we're only getting into the beginning of game 3 with NRG and Foot. Meanwhile, we're seeing game 4 starting between the Chweewees and True Stacy's.
I think I'm
Yeah,
never
so
going to get used to the
there's
name.
still one series going on after this. That's good. You know, they're not just going to give him the entire spotlight, but you know. go
Oh,
back
I
to
should've
that
waited.
long
Should've waited for my
6-minute overtime between these two in game 1 or game 2. Like that's. I think the difference between these teams, that's how close they are. This is even just by the slimmest of margins getting under the bar. Like there is not nearly as much to separate NRG from the rest of NA as there has been in the past.
So happy about it, man. I know that probably NRG fans are not thrilled to see their team not having the same level of dominance before, but it does feel good to know that I think NA will be sending its strongest batch of teams to a major we've seen in a hot moment. Yes, I know we say this every single major, and then EU clowns on us, but like truly for once, I have some faith. Like, it is a better version of SSG, which people already thought was going to be a good team.
Within shots
We're
left
seeing
and
a
right,
version
dude.
of SR that we've never been able to see.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
they
he's
did
got
make
it,
the
he's got it.
major finals last time, and
Definitely.
it wasn't
Yeah,
exactly that
fine.
impressive.
Okay.
But again, I feel like we're just
Ooh,
getting
I cannot
stronger, and this is going to be
Dude,
a
if I
batch
did
of
it-
teams that is truly of the caliber of what we've been expecting of NA at the last couple of in-person events.
Dude, that's a crazy save.
That is
That's a
an
crazy save. He's
amazing
gonna go for it.
pass to get right on the dot to Justin. And he could still make something out of this. Chronic, jeez, oh, what a play! We see that we don't get to see the pass back to Justin that triggered all this, but that was amazing.
That's so impressive to also just bait out the 2 challenges of the defense, know that they're going to have to flop at it. And again, that has been one of the few points, I think, of contention here for NRG, has just been low on boost. How do you escape the pressure that Foot is put against you? And at certain times, they have escaped it. I don't think they escape here, though. That's another goal to Foot.
This is great off the kickoff, too. You know, Cheese runs forward, gets that 50, and Beast Mode does all he can. I mean, you can't do it any better. And
tried his best.
Chronic just had the follow.
Maybe we don't focus on this one as much for the moment here. I have to imagine there's some other games that are a little bit closer here, because I think Foot it's something awoken in them in that last game, man. They are looking much cleaner here.
There is only one other game going on, so
that is true. I do forget that we've kind of sped through this round at this point.
That happens when you spend 11 minutes on one game.
Atomic, come on, what you got here? Cook something. Again, no development of these plays right now. Feels like they're trying to get something started midair, but it just met them for every challenge. Another great example as, I think Beast Mode actually backed off that play. I think he thought that one was basically done, but it might still work out for NRG. 3 shots in a row, though, and still nothing hits the back of the net.
I need to rotate out quicker, especially when I have low boost. Like, I'm no use. I have no recovery. Like, I can't out-recover a ball that's going 90.
They just
Well, he's not going to catch that.
You gotta put something together here. This has been so much development, pretty much zero payoff.
Won't get many more like that. That's a team that usually capitalizes on those.
Why is he going so far back? That's
the
crazy.
lead expands for Foot. You gotta be feeling
something on this play.
Extremely comfortable now.
It's just a
run
whip.
away with this one. We could hop
Hit it away
over
from him.
to the True Stacy's Chihuahuas matchup. Or
Yeah, you posed the question
halfway through.
What kind of sweep
through game number 4
feels
there.
the work?
Checking on Chihuahuas at this point.
This won't be a sweep either way.
As Stacy's are up in the series, so at least appreciate that.
Do you think NRG fans enjoyed their reverse sweep last round? Fair enough.
Okay. Here, I'll do every game I lose, I'll go back to quick play. I should actually warm up though. Like, imagine I actually do the warm up and then I can read the ball. That's horrible. Hey, get in that net. Yeah.
So Chihuahuas 1-0 here in a match that just feels like a bit of an afterthought, but with all the drama around this bracket, this match could have huge implications when you consider who's going to be in the lower bracket on their half.
This is, again, the implications here are not only for the sake of, like, how this affects the rest of the league, but also, again, momentum going into tomorrow. Because theoretically, one of these 2 teams could make it out and put on a lower bracket run that just causes problems for other teams going forward. That being said, you have 3 players on the line. You kind of have to make a save if you want to make it there.
Quick update on the other match. Footy Sports is up 6-1 on Energy.
Oh, we got
So we're going to be going to game number 4 with NRG on match point, coming off of a pretty substantial loss.
But again, the process is whatever it is. It's the results that matter. And
what?
What in the world?
Oh no.
So
I feel bad.
balls around.
Triple commits are just a common thing in the series, I guess, right now. That's Finn's gonna have one for the socials on that one. That's a heck of a
They got
triple.
all 3 in that same corner of the goal, and it still goes through.
Okay, all right, I'm starting to get to the point where maybe we're just seeing NA turn back into chaos. I'm not against it, but this has gone from like super well-coordinated, great passing plays to this is pure calamity. That's another double commit on the line.
When has NA ever not been total chaos?
I don't know, for like that one time when NRG was like consistent, that was like I feel like that's the only time so far that we have seen not chaos, because we just expected NRG to eventually arise amongst the nonsense after it's all said and done.
Well, there is no shortage of parity in this region, and really pretty much never has been. Good save there, trying to put it away. Boyo's got to, or rather Devo's got to give it a chase. You got to go the length of the field. Oh, that's a great pass to realize, but a better save. And that'll do it. We'll go game 5 between Chihuihuis and True Stacy's. Will we have a game 5 here, gentlemen?
Please, I want to see it. Not only for the sake of obviously game 5 is awesome, but like there's another part of me that just wants to see again NRG get pushed to the limits against the best of new NA and still overcome it. That being said, you gotta get past this defense, man. Foot put up a clinic on defense right now.
Yeah.
Opportunity for Daniel.
Ooh.
Again, now, here's the thing about NRG.
The muffin.
Look at what they've endured in this run so
What would you
far.
guys eat?
Having to play a game without beast mode. Then, you know, taking a, what was it, 6-1 was that the final of the last game?
You know, I'll take the brownies,
one that they
so
won.
they're more for your
The
guys'
one that
benefit.
NRG just lost.
Oh, yeah, 3-1.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm all good.
No, I think worse than that, wouldn't it? How about Atomic,
Kidding?
though?
That's disgusting. That's
Pass,
such a
nice shot. Spam, what a save.
Okie doke.
I don't know, man. I feel like at this point, you know, they might actually be doing that. Anything to get in the heads of Foot at this point, because again, Foot have played a really, really solid series. Please don't make me regret that and immediately start falling apart on defense. Man, that timing was horrible for me complimenting Foot.
Kind of put your foot in your mouth there, huh?
Hey.
Daz was trying to look for one of those earlier today. He was looking for a foot punt, and he couldn't quite get to it, which was kind of upsetting because he was talking about the fight between Foot and NRG. He had the opportunity to call it a foot race. I don't know why that never happened.
Yeah. Well, right now they're on the back foot.
We got more of these? I know you got more of these.
Y'all let me get started. This is going to be the worst.
I'm trying to, honestly, I feel like I had something there. I've got no other foot puns.
Like this.
I agree. I think you already
Sure,
made a
we're on
foot
the other
now.
court. I'm sure you'd have a few.
He's winning, man. He's winning. It's like 0-4 right now. Stacks is in favor. This is, wait, if you got anything to defend me here? Because I got nothing, man. I think he's just winning.
I mean, I'd say half the things you guys have said are not even technically puns, but the NRG's doing a great job right now. Trying to get us to Champions Field.
Oh my god.
Just referencing Foot things just for the sake of it.
Yeah, just it's a play on words for sure, not a pun. Oh, Justin.
This is the kind of clash that you really hope for, though. You'd like to see it on Sunday, you know, when you get a full best of 7, you know, everybody's at their best. Instead, you get it on Friday, sending somebody to the losers bracket, where, again, everything is still uncertain. I mean, you would favor either of these teams on paper, but paper doesn't really matter.
How is that not a goal? Again, I'm glad that NRG is looking like they could force 5 right now, but these last second saves from Foot are ridiculous.
Daniel.
It's been over and over. They're going to do it again here, aren't they? Of course they are. But why did I even think that would be a goal?
It just seems inevitable, right? Like,
Yep.
This was always going to go to Champions Field, whether it was, oh, okay, Chronic, hold on.
Well, let's wait up a moment here. Is this in
Great
kind
pass.
of?
That's a pretty cool goal.
It's like Chronic on the crossbar. It's just like, I'm still here. Beast mode, you can't defend that.
No. Just kind of at the mercy of the other team. Speaking of which, that might happen again. I do feel Foot is starting to move a little far upfield for my liking. They haven't been punished on it yet, but I do worry that if in Game 5 they keep going with this very in front of NRG, the NRG's net approach, where they just kind of send the second and third man a little more aggressively, I do have some concerns. But hey, it's worked out so far. Foot are definitely still looking good, even if this game hasn't been as clean as the last one. You were correct, by the way. It was 6-1. I did not realize the scoreline had gotten out of hand so aggressively.
Yeah, I think there's a reason we didn't really look back at that game after it reached 4-1.
This one's, I think,
Daniel
going
actually
5.
gonna come up for this? I worried
Okay.
about Daniel there. It
Have a good
looked
night,
like he
guys.
was starting to come up, and it was like, he has no boost. But it works out all right.
Going upstairs to distract the storm. Just so you know, I'm making brownies later to go with your ice cream. I love the brownies. tornadoes keep popping up. I don't know where Bates County is. They had some stuff in Iowa. But we still have storms. Yeah, Joe. Are you guys cold or hot? It's on 72. Oh, that's
Oh. The viewer. So that's that's amazing. That's
starting to get good. You said it just like that. I'm starting to get good. You said it just like that. Good. Good. Now, what is with all this? Michael!